Alright, hello, hello. So I just, earlier, yesterday, I tweeted slide belts, which actually looks pretty sweet. If you haven't checked them out before, you know what, I'm going to throw them on the screen for a second, because I'm like that. Here we go. So the idea is, I'm trying to see if I can find their quick little video. On their website. There we go. So the idea, I don't know how easy it is to kind of tell, is that there's a notch basically carved into the back of the belt. There we go. And this little part is worked in, sewed in. And the idea is that it's a completely different buckle design. So you slide the buckle, or you slide the belt into the buckle, and it kind of like clips in. And then to get it undone, you basically lift up this handle that releases the pressure on it, and it slides out. So what I mentioned for me is that my weight fluctuates enough that it's a real pain in the ass to find exactly the right belt loop, because I'm a fatty, and sometimes I'm a naughty, and it's very difficult to find a belt that fits right. And I've learned of these guys, and the idea is basically you can slide your belt buckle wherever you need it to slide, and that's actually quite good. But we're not here to run an ad for slide buckle yet. Maybe they'll send me one and I'll properly do a review. But because that'd be sweet. That'd be really sweet. Now today we're expanding our island. Alright, so let's take a look. First of all, we have a little bit of backlog, not miles, but more than I kind of expected. So do we have room to go ahead and we just double that the way it is, basically? Yeah, probably, right? Alright, so let's disassemble this. I know. Samius, why are you taking something apart again that you literally just kind of built? But it'll make sense hopefully in a moment. I wasn't planning on doubling this up, so it's a little weird. Where did they go? Where did the electric grinders go? Alright, there we go. We have exactly two. So let's start making two more real quick. Alright. Where was I? Power. One here, one there. Da 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 da. I'm thinking. Landfill. All sorts of music's playing. Let's go ahead and get these turrets finally. is so awkward, right? Alright, so these guys are going in. I'll just take that for now. And then what I kind of want to do... Make 2 more, didn't we? Yeah, they are. I wonder if we can double it. Why does this one not work? Oh, because I off-centered that one. That's why. Of course. Of course. Let's get another. Keep the signs coming. Because we pushed that up 1. I'm really just curious if I can keep this thing running at near maximum speed. You know what? Actually, give me all those back. Dump that all in there. And that's purely because this guy, we're now keeping up, right? Yeah. We have a nice big backlog of water now. How's power looking? Power's... It fluctuates based off of whether or not the wind turbines are going. So really we need to look and see if we have a little bit of extra fuel sources here. So maybe we're ready to expand our power. How are you? Yeah, this tank is... So all these guys are basically filling into this tank, and we're getting an occasional point extra. Yeah, they're fluctuating. This tank basically just evens it out. Alright, so we need 5 power. Means a lot of iron. How's our... Ooh. Out of gears? We're out of iron. Out of iron, boys. Out of iron. We should be able to fix that. We should have lots of iron down here now. That was not all that much iron. Anyone else surprised by that amount of iron right there? Not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked. I guess I was pretty heavily focused on getting my green or my blue arms and stuff able to be put together. All right, so let's put 100 iron in here. You actually added copper too. Copper's easy. Copper we can do for days. Alright, so how many of these can we make now? 1, 2, 3. Do we already have any other bits? Looks like we already have some stone furnaces. I'm not seeing any more oddball things. Let's check our... It's been a minute since this is a skill pipe actually made, right? Yeah. Which is like a tragedy that we accidentally made a stone pipe earlier. I tell you, or iron pipes, steel, whatever that word is. That's terrible. I want some of these. I don't want all of them, but I want some. Oh yeah, we are the gateway to the arms parts of the science, of which we're missing iron. Yeah, we probably need to continue to keep that other part of the manufacturing in place. I really thought this would just dominate, though. It actually probably would. Let's go ahead and assemble the second one back. Where is it? Is it this guy? Yeah, I think so. I will turn that one back off for now. Actually, set it back to this. Okay. So I'll have to build a better system for that soon. But not yet. Everything looks like it's got a reasonable amount of bufferage. Okay, so basically we're just waiting for iron. Man, it feels like that's always the game. Right this second, isn't it? Ready to start expand. Hey, Streaky! Sorry for the late response there, buddy. Let's get one more of these in place, and then we'll do 2 boilers, and we'll grab whatever landfill we have. The 340. Woo! That's not very many. Alright, we want to basically double from here to here for right now. Yeah. So how you doing this morning, buddy? Old chum, old pal. Hopefully the day is treating you at least semi-close to good. That's exactly what we're looking for, right? Yes. Yes. Alright, we have our 2 of those. Do I want to hook these 2 up? Also, I'm not sure why those are that way instead of down here. I don't think so. When we could tie into this steam. I don't think it's necessary. Alright, now where's our... There they are. Poof. 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 Oh, gross. Oh, that's okay though. We got extra of these. We need just a little bit more landfill. Oh, we're supposed to be making those. I need to get these arms automated. We're not there yet, mostly because we don't have the power. There we go. Now we're cooking with power. I tell you, the more you get a nice tea in you, and you start to wake up, the better your life is. It really is. I feel so much better. I get a few teas in me. We'll just put all of them in there. We have 66 red signs, but no. Yeah, these things are coming along. Alright, which means that's still all coming from this, which means way too much of it's now coming. I want half of that line to go to that, but not all of it. Do we have any kind of oddball inserters yet? We don't. Maybe I should be working on that instead of military too. Near inserters, long inserters. I guess near. No. Well, I'd like to look at the various inserter signs. No, we'll carry on that military. We are going to need the ability to shoot the robots, or the bugs, I mean. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this isn't. I'm gonna take that back out. I just don't think that. I was really hoping that this would just work nicely, but I don't know what it is that I'm doing that's so wrong. Like, I was running 3 machines earlier, and maybe 3 is the correct number. Maybe that's just what you want. Because I feel like this is not keeping up with the demand. But I can't have half of the things going in there. How is this thing going? Yeah, this thing is waiting on slag essentially to come in. But now that we have power, we can ramp up the slag, which is basically our continuous operation right now. Let's see. Let's grab some more stone pipes. It might be a good thing to move into copper pipes. I doubt it, but it could be. I also want to grab some. Yeah, look at that. That's coming in real nice. Finally. We're finally getting some backlog here. It looks like a little bit. I want to make sure I have a box. I would like it to be after these are full. But that might just not be something like I can wait on. Yeah, we're missing iron plates. Alright, we can add easily 2 more of those. And what do we need for these? Clay bricks and steel, lots of steel. Stamp that for me. We need one, two. Need to probably just get that made. And this is a long arm inserter. Oh, we are not getting rid of the hydrogen in time. What is going on here? This thing is constantly running. Let's do it again. Got the overflow valve. Just, I don't know if it's actually necessary though. See if that keeps all these guys running. I mean, we can't have... These machines cannot stop. Yeah, they may not even be able to have an overflow valve. We may just have to go straight back into burning it. Yeah, we just have way too much hydrogen in the system right now. We do need hydrogen here. So what if I put in a hydrogen tank right here? How about we put in a hydrogen tank like back here? There we go. We plug that in. Oh wait, no, we do want to make sure this has got a one-way valve. Room for a one-way valve. And I'll plug that in there for now. And then we'll take this back out while we fill this tank. Alright, so I need a one-way valve. Non-return valve. All these valves are actually very good. Now, I mention that every time I play. Alright, so we're at 8K. Alright. Now we can probably just go back to just straight up burning it all again. There you go. It sucks. There should be a hydrogen engine. Oh, we're out of arms again? Already? Alright, so that's military 2. So now we can... Oh, we want to go down the washing chain real hard now, don't we? Is that factual? I feel like that's factual, that we want to go down the washing chain. I also would not mind working our way down the... this chain, the refining chain. Just don't think we're really there yet. Advanced material processing would be really good. Working our way down to these boilers. Also, it wouldn't hurt to have a steel furnace. So let's do that one first, actually. Alright, that's 20 arms. Let's make another batch. And then we've got a little bit more iron to plug in there and there. Alright, so 33. This makes 2 every one. So that is 60 some science. That's 78 science, is that right? So that should get us there. This thing's got enough gears to power that. And we're going to take these just because I don't want to have to make all of those myself. You know, I wouldn't dislike this song if that rot was just a little bit less. Alright. Oh, can't even go in there. Oh. And then you guys are done. I don't think I'll need to put you in anything right now. Again, this allows us to make the blue circuits, which will let us do a few things here. All right, so basically, we now need to prioritize more. We're getting quite a few down, actually. Because this is now only feeding partially. So that's good. So, and this is backlogged. So now more of it's going this direction than that direction. So how are you doing right out here? Now we're having oxygen issues? Really? I was not expecting that after. I really assumed that putting in this overflow tank would get the job done. But maybe we just can't get away with that. So let's make another one-way valve. We're missing really missing steel. I guess we're not making any steel anywhere. I did use my 2 furnaces. Can you make steel? I think you can make steel. Can make steel. Alright, we need fuel pellets. We're chucking through down here. How full are we? Looks good. What's going on? We just need more. More! Yeah, we probably just need more. This thing, finding this balance is crazy. How are we doing here? We got a little bit longer of that. Okay. I'm gonna pull this back out. I'm gonna pull this out. Pull this out. This one. That guy. Okay. So you. Oh, it's not what I wanted. There we go. Now everything should have an equal. You can't let go of the finger when you do that. It's going to take me a while to get used to that for sure. Alright, now I've got a little bit of steel. Can I please make exactly one? Because we're just don't have that much steel. I do love these inline tanks. I do. Huge fan. Huge. Alright, where can we stick one? I have room for a one-way valve. That's not right here. It's got to be here somewhere. So let's go like that. We will give it a non-return valve right there. We'll stick the oxygen in here. We'll go like that. And then once the oxygen is probably like that high, we'll just start burning it all again. That is super aggravating. This isn't necessarily like that. We just need one that's constantly burning hydrogen now. Do we want it down there or do we want it up here? I don't want them up here. I kind of want them together. I should just be able to get rid of that. Okay, so that should keep these guys running non-stop now. There's still a little bit of hydrogen. Build it down here at the end. Is that because these pipes are full? They are full. We just need to make sure that we have one on each side burning. That would suck so bad. Alright, well, you know what? I really didn't want to have to do this. I really didn't. But if that's what it takes to keep these bloody machines running. Such a waste. And I gotta keep all the machines running slag. Super aggravating. Alright, this guy is not quite continuously working. It's got one water pipe here. This has got two water pipes on it. So yeah, we're at the point where this needs a second tank. Which for now we can do that. We need to come up with a better system of this. Unfortunately, for now at least, this is going to be our main resource for this. Oh yeah, though. Now look at the difference between getting all that stuff running and not. Look how much more slag we have right here. Alright, so we ready to add our second machine? Probably. I can't believe I still have an electrolyzer in my pocket. Need to go get that taken care of. We need to make some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are long handled. Then we have a hole here. Those are slag. Ramping things up is a delicate balance. It really is. Just can't quite get... That's some extra knots. Knots don't do me any good. Alright, so we need to add more of this. And if I remember right, we have it built in 8 chunks. Yeah, these are looking pretty good. No, it can't be 8. Is it chunks of 3? Alright, it's chunks of 3 is how we have it set up. From this corner straight up to over that part we'll have to deal with later. Factorial, I think, is still 20 bucks. I'm not sure. I haven't, I mean, obviously I bought it once a long time ago and I haven't looked at it again since then, so I couldn't tell you, but I think it's still like 20 bucks. I bought it off of Steam, so you should be able to Google it there real quick. I don't have the pirate game? No. I thought this was... Did I not build this in such a way that they could run butt to butt? I swear I did. Why is this one even here? That makes no sense. Alright, let's grab this one. There we go. Right, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, okay. So to build this, we need 12 underground pipes. So 3, and then we're going to need 40 some of the regular stone pipes. We might as well just run down here and grab a stack of them and throw it in here. Then what else do we need? Then we need 6 of these, and we have none. But the materials to make 1. I'll need a bunch of those. Still missing iron? What? No, we're missing stone. Alright. That makes a whole lot more sense that we're... And by a whole lot more sense, I mean I still don't understand why this is a problem, but... See, I need some of that for me. Alright, so now can we build? Still missing a ton of stone bricks. Yeah, we need to get this system running better. We kind of have this bootstrapped in there. We'll have to work on that pretty quickly. Also, this thing is still... Well, we're getting the backlogs. So this literally is now held up because this is not getting empty. So I really did bootstrap myself right there. More bricks. I had so many bricks earlier that I thought, oh, I'll never run out of bricks. And here I am, like, I need more bricks. How are you doing? Okay, this does not have a backlog. Probably should build in a backlog, but that's okay. Oop. What a pain. Miss robots. Copy, paste, paste. Thank you. Thank you. I need 32 arms. Okay. We need 14 power poles. Oh, we don't. We will just go. Even though we really can't. We can't really afford to. Yoink. That's something we can really afford to steal. So it looks like power is right on the verge here. We have a pole here and here and there and there, there and there, and there and there. Alright, let's hook up the other water, get this stuff running. And then we need also 4 liquefiers. Which we also need more stone for. Sweet. Sweet. Um, I can make 21. I guess I'll make it. And I'll throw it into this. There's 12, so we can make another liquefier. Alright, time tax. Might be time to slap down another one of those too, but Lord knows what that's going to cost me right now. No, we need a filter, right? Yeah, that would cost me more bricks too. We're like short on all sorts of weird stuff. And not any of that stuff is the game's fault. It's all my fault. Alright, I think these are long-handed. And we turn off long-handled inserters, and these are not how. Oh, we need a power pole there. Let's see. Do we have another? We do. We have one more. We'll put there, and then again we'll turn on the long arm inserter stuff. Those will go there. That one will go there for now, and then we need to turn the long arm back off and put these in place. Oh, look at that. Look at us filling a whole thing. Alright, here's a place that we can actually put a... We really need it back here. I don't think there's a place that I can do this here, right? I mean, I could put one of these in right here, and that'll keep a full belt running that way. Like, this will make a full belt. But really, at that point, this should just leap all the way over. But I don't have a big enough thing to go to do that. Why is this one... No, that's right. Let me grab all these, though. And then if I have a bunch in my pocket, that's not the worst thing. And now that these are full, how are you guys doing? And can we upgrade? Upgrade these last two. This might be a waste of power, but I'm tired of running around in the dark. Jeez, we can't get enough of those in there. What are we missing to make more electronic boards? Solder. We need the acid from up here to make Sator, which we should have plenty. Okay. Make a bunch of solder. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's see if I add just one blue to each one of these, if it'll speed things up enough where these guys are continuously working. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, this was a backlog issue. Well, that's not much better. Now, how's our supply? Oh, look at that! Look at that, boys and girls. We have not starting to pile. Not a lot, but a little bit. If I give you a single blue, is that enough that you're going to be able to keep up forever as well? In fact, does it even need this one? No, probably not. Yeah. Everybody's continuously working. Who has the supplies? Which this is still not quite enough to keep all of them running all the time. So we do need this last, these last two in place. Alright, let's go see if we have enough stone to actually finish that. And I can't believe stone was my gate for build one of those. Build one of those. Whoa. Is it copper? It's copper. I need something to let me know that we're screwing up. Let's build. We'll build those 2 bits. Alright. We probably also need to start snagging a little bit of this water back for the other process. A little bit of mineralized water is probably a pretty reasonable thing. Usage for Alright, and then we need long handled mode again for here, here, there. You need this guy. And then we need short arm inserters right there. This nest of belts is not very efficient. Also, you'll notice that this guy is banking a lot. That's because this side is full and this side is not. It's kind of weird and awkward. I'm not real sure how to fix that. Let's grab a load of copper and throw it down there. And we get a better idea of our current head count on copper. Yeah, we're not hurting yet, but we are certainly not in a spot where I want to dump like a bunch of copper off and forget about it, assuming that it'll run forever. Hello, Honey Bay. Welcome to the stream. I'm good. How was your 12-hour stream the other day? I saw that you had some good things to say on Twitter. Lucas, welcome. I think we're going to expand this process now. I think it's time. I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie. Doubling my filtration stuff will double the amount of charcoal we're going to eat. I am definitely concerned about eating more charcoal. Can you pass your name on stream? My name is Samius Garobo. My son invented it. I've used Samius for a really long time. Actually, my son invented the Garobo part. I'm trying to think. He was like probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, probably 12 years ago, 13 years ago. He added the Garobo part. Let's see. Let's double the filter frames for this process, and then we'll start slamming this stuff into place. We're gonna need some more stone pipes. So just use the Samius part if you'd like. Just like the female character from Metroid, Samius. I'm not going to connect that yet. Long arm inserter mode here and there. Yes, like a sandwich. A lot of people will call me Sammy. Alright, Alright, where did you go, little filtration unit? You stealth bastard. There we go. Alright. Now let's overtax this machine. And add in this bad boy. And see if that overwhelms our system completely. Have I played Prison Arch? I've not heard of that, actually. Prison Architect? Mute the YouTube video while I click the buttons. Yeah, it's kind of like that same base builder thing. It's kind of sweet. Yeah, I may have to check that out. I like a lot of games. Why is this not working? Oh, I know why that's not working. Boop. Because I'm stupid. You liked it? Is it really like a good one-time through game, or is it a game that's got a high repeat value? Because I'm even finding in Factorio here, I have to build crazier and crazier scenarios. Now you can build like sandbox. Crazier and crazier scenarios to try to expand it. So now what's the problem? The problem is these guys can't process quick enough. But they can't unload quick enough. Both. Alright. So now we gotta get this finished. And the problem is 100% I need more of these. I thought that'd be enough. Apparently I can't math today. Yeah, another game I've started playing is called Oxygen Not Included. And I'm going to try spending more time playing it. Probably like on Thursdays. If you like that game, honey, you might really like it. It's kind of... the graphics are a little souped up by comparison. But it's it kind of has a similar-esque look and feel from what the 3 seconds I looked at video playing it. Alright, so this thing is totally kicking ass. This guy's totally kicking ass. It really is this thing now. I don't have a good way to speed this up besides just add more. Which we could add more. And these guys are not getting fed enough, for sure. For sure. Wow, I really didn't expect this to be the bottleneck. When we actually got this running to max capacity, this is not what I first saw being the problem. This is really shocking to me. Let's make a few of these for me. Apparently I didn't. And like a hero of the people, I once again forgot to turn off the long-handled mode. Okay. So that should keep this guy working. And because both of these are at the same speed and it makes 4 at a time, it should always give me 2 and it 2. Man, this is... I cannot believe this is happening. So for those of you who've never played Factorio, this is a special mod pack called Waterblock. where essentially the idea is that we start off, it's kind of like sky mode in Minecraft, Skyblock, where everything comes from like one tree and like one cube of dirt. Except this is, you know, obviously we're not in the sky, and we have to pull the leftover crap out of the water by electrolyzing out the bits and pieces. It's actually probably my current favorite way to play Factorio. We have plenty of steam. Maybe we should go ahead and connect these two, because this one boiler is trying to power all 4 of these. Although maybe we shouldn't, because other reasons. Now those machines are going to eat through my backlog. Alright, I'm going to throw what's left of this in the science pile. There's only 2, that's not going to be enough. You have a bunch of gears? You do. Yeah, make me a bunch of gears. You monster. We're throwing in the things to up this science. Because this science in particular will be huge. Huge! So we have some steel. Probably wouldn't hurt to make sure we even have more than that. Alright. Are we getting positive? Alright, we are getting positive gains. Alright, where do we think that we want to start actually building out to? I think my original thought is that I would do processing over here. But if I end up needing more of these, naturally I'd want to probably build them down this way. Unless I want to start moving them over like that, which would involve a lot more landfill. But it would probably also work quite well to like just make vertical stacks for these. Yeah, that's not the worst plan. So if I plan eventually on moving these up here, then I can use this area down here for processing. Alright, so let's... make a little bit of room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See? Trying to make my island grow. It's also possible I should have worked my way over here and taken this land from these biters or worms. But that's those are a lot of worms. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of combat right now. Alright. How do we want to deal with this right now? I definitely think that this process going this direction is probably correct. That sending everything over for now is probably correct. It's getting dark. I want a light there. Lighten up my life. Alright, so if we... Alright, let's grab this crusher. Let's build 2 more crushers. We'll pick this stuff up for now, because we can't get rid of that. That's super important. And then let's pretend that do you want to like that? Probably not. Let's see, how do we do this? Oh, I know how we do this. Okay. Alright, so we're going to plan on there being a splitter. Probably somewhere in this area. And we're going to split... Okay. So the changes with splitters in the new update, if you click on them, it gives you some options, including a filter. Ooh, better boilers. Better boilers. They're super expensive. And you have to have boilers and steam engines for them to work, to do anything, I believe. Maybe not, though. How close are we to the new steam engines? I don't even see the new steam engines in the list right now. Let's scroll down here so we can find them. This is the science panel. Again, for those who may not know. There they are. So the steam engines require power to... So let's take... That's a million years away. 112. So that's 60 arms. Oh, we could probably do that, though. 60 arms. Don't want to have to make all these gears by hand, though. How many of these do you have? Alright, sweet. That's working quite nicely. How's your copper pile? Not bad. I'll trade you most of that iron for these gears. Alright, we just made 60 more arms in the queue. And... yeah, that... If we fill all this in, that should probably be pretty close. Oh no! You gotta be shiting me. You'll only hold 50? Don't make me waste an arm to freaking load arms into this. Alright. What do you think of my grass? It's pretty sweet, right? Alright. I think I'd rather it be like this, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're gonna crush. Don't know how much more we're gonna need, but it costs us way less to make belts. So we're going to guess that we can go twice as deep. Actually, do I want this? No. 2 should be fine. Alright, and now here we're going to filter out this guy. Again, now we want it to be on the right side. We're going to basically I'm going to invert this, I think, basically. Means this can actually go much further down. How's my landfill? Mineral sludge is looking good. Nope, don't click that again. Where's my landfill? It's probably a waste, actually, that direction. But I feel like we'll use the land eventually, so... Okay. I think this will be a much better temporary solution to what we're doing here. So let's pick up this and that. And then what we'll do is here, give me how many steels can we make? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so steel engines are twice as fast and twice as effective as stone engines, stone furnaces. So they're going to move twice as much material, which will hopefully kick this all up a notch. And it looks like it is, to the point where the arms aren't even going to keep up. So let's grab, what do we need? What do we need to make? Is it more iron? It's probably iron. Everything seems to be held up on iron lately. Yeah, build me those. So we're going to double up the amount of... I want a stack of these now. Thank you. Thank you very much. God, I don't even know how you would... I don't even have another way to get this out faster. That's a weird problem to have. Not the way I've designed this. I I realized I was trying to be space efficient. Yeah, it's still claiming half. I don't want it to claim half. I want it to take... Yeah, this is too tight right here. Let's move this over to this one. Alright, I want 3 of them out there and 1 out for me here. And then how quickly can I, if I shut this down for a second, how quickly can I move it? Probably pretty quick. Alright, let's... Okay. So if we go 1, get rid of all this, get rid of all that for now. 2, in. And we give you guys, do you have any fuel pellets handy? We don't, right? No. I would like to do that with fuel pellets. There's like no freaking way to do that, right? Here, give me some fuel pellets. I want them. Okay, get that guy going. I can feed it with this. Right, like I can easily just take this guy right here and go like that. Then make long handled mode. Of course, the difficulty is that I need to put in a balancer right somewhere. Somewhere this needs to get a balancer. And we really don't have room for a balancer? There's got to be a better way to do this. Can I can't do far side, near side yet. Okay, I know how to do this. We're just going to have these go up an extra 2. There we go. Perfect. Also, that's going to go here. I need 1 stack of that. I don't need any of these knots. I'm going to take those. I'm going to take these. This doesn't need to be that many, to be honest, though. But I suppose now that it's already got it, does it care? I guess not. Alright, sweet. I'll have to remember this for in the future. Because I need this to... This has to be 1,000,000. Which means these guys have to continue to run non-stop. Almost wonder if I should just supercharge it. Because this is not a speed issue keeping this running. This is a material issue. I think that'll be okay. Let's grab this. What's the problem? Problem is wood boards, which is just time. All right, as long as that's running. Alright, so this will come up here, go through this, come down. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I don't know if I have enough of these. No, no, stop! Cancel. Whatever the heck. I hope those stopped in time. And that power turns off everything, which is fine. We will give you power from over here. Okay, we have 2 of these. Can I make some more? I cannot. All right. Alright, so that should get that running. I will just simply put this right here back on stone duty. Do I want both of them making stone? Probably. Back on stone duty. Like that. Let's scoot these over one. There's the power poles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so I can move this over one. There we go. And then you need an exit. Should go like this. That stone box. One of the numerous things this box is going to do is put it into this guy, which needs some fuel, and then turn right around, put it back in a different box. So I need to make sure I have plenty of freaking stone bricks. Alright. So now this is running. One of these can become this, I think. Alright, so that gives us a little bit of copper coming in again. I was a little bit concerned about our copper process earlier. Hey City, welcome to the stream. What time is it? It's 12:30 Central Standard Time. And this process looks like it's working pretty well. So we can increase our material in by increasing this and expanding this line. To make more crystallizers, we were basically in great shape for more crystallizers, actually. We are, however, not in the greatest shape on some other stuff. So let's take... first of all, we need to get iron out. Do a couple of boxes. And then I'm going to take... We are reaching the point where we need some steel. Yeah, I had the feeling you were going to put like 1 million in there. Not what I wanted. I wanted to put a bunch of that in here before I forgot. Let's see, the big furnaces cost 6 steel. Alright, sweet. We can build at least one. I think one will probably be enough to fill our... fill our copper needs for right now. Anyhow. Of course, the danger is going to be, especially with this copper, is that the copper will fill up, and then we'll our belt will fill up. I don't think we have to worry about it yet, but we will have to worry about it soon. Alright, so this is the last of our copper right now, our current copper backlog. So let's go check out what's going on up here. We are a little low on arms, it looks like. I don't want to be making gears. That's fine. I should probably... I'm on TeamSpeak, but I could probably get in the Discord if people wanted to chat there. Let's see. I am. I'm doing good. Having a good time. I really do like this. Why is this backlog so much? No, you're working, right? Yeah. I don't know why this is so... awkward right there. Weird. Alright, what are you waiting on? You're waiting on wood, you've got some copper. Let's stick another... put most of our copper backlog in there. I really want, basically... Are we ready to start sorting? I don't think so. Not yet. I really don't even think I want this much coming in. I think what I want to do is I want to get mineralized water coming down. I want a path of mineralized water down here. Do we have stone yet? Of course we're out of stone pipes. We're always out of stone pipes. Got a little bit of go like this far for right now. So what I'd like to actually do is take this recipe off of that. And what I want is I have another stone pipe running back here. That's one too far. So what I'd like is another pipe back here running, so I can have some amount of this recipe running. Again, I just want a small amount of the, because it's too easy to get, you use so much more iron in the early game than you do copper, but you need to have enough copper. Also, why is this only making... Wait, is this... Oh, that's only using this output. Is that what's going on? Yeah, this is just that output. So I need this guy. Oh, gross. So this water has to be... Alright, I need a regular tank. Can I get a regular tank? I need some steel. If I have some steel... Alright, sweet. Okay. Oh, that can't go there, though. So this water can run both ways. Non-return valve. This may just be too tight to do what I want to do. Here, can I get this over here? How far can I make this go? Alright, I can make that go on this side. And when I gotta do something crazy to make this work here, that's fine. Like, I can always just move it down here. Short term, anyhow. Alright, so that goes here. This currently goes this way. That power supply, like, cut everything in its uncle. Yeah. Alright, so then this non-returns into there. Now did I just build a tank for no reason, though? kind of think I did. Alright, so this comes out, non-returns into here, forces itself down this way. This guy, assuming it's hooked up, which it's not, I think what we'll do is we'll put in an overflow valve right here. That'll never work. Alright, that's keeping this running. That's all I cared about at that particular second. This is a mess. So this could actually go here. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way that I can build this to be less of a disaster. There you go. That doesn't look like a... That doesn't look terrible, right? I mean, it certainly doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. It's like Abraham Lincoln said about his speeches. If I had more time, I could write a shorter speech. If I had more time, I could plan a better base. Looks like we are eating too much something. What is going on? It's like we're having some oxygen burning issues at the end over here. Same thing up here. We're not burning oxygen quick enough. It is all about that base. About that base. No rebels. So right now this is burning all the time, non-stop, and it's not enough. I'm about to do the thing that I do not understand. We are increasing our burning. Which makes me think I should, if I'm going to do that up here, let's make it so it all matches at least. So we have these. You're empty. You guys are burning everything and not... Oxygen, on the other hand, doesn't matter. This hydrogen... I don't know. I can't have this stuff backlogging. Obviously, we're not using nearly the hydrogen. And it looks like hydrogen is now filling again, so... Whatever! I may have to use this tank that I made for hydrogen instead of this tank. Which should be fine, actually. Alright. How's power? Power looks effing great for the first time. Now we're starting to get a little bit of a backlog. Can I take some from here and give it to me? So, I don't know what's going on, whether it's the chair rubbing weird or what. But the last couple of days, what would be the area between your butt and your legs? Like there's that zone, right? Let me see if I can find a here we go. I wish Ben was here. Ben would know. So like right here, like if this is your butt area, it's like at the top of your legs, the bottom of your butt. It's not a good. Like right here. Super itchy, and I don't know why. Don't know why at all. Looky there! We have a thing. I saw that. Saw that. Good job. You're the second best. So my friend Hunter, I'll throw this up here, give him some kudos on the stream. He took second place in a Star City Open, or Star City IQ this weekend with elves in Modern. For the first time he played it, he got a second place finish. So I told him he's the second best. Alright, excellent. This is backlogged. These things are churning away like crazy. Actually, so much so I can't even get this out. Maybe it's time to make these faster? Maybe. See if he wants to be a guest on this week's Two Trolls, so we can talk about his awesome finish. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want you all to be working on that nonstop. Thanks. I kind of... I wonder if I should actually rotate that the other way. Put you in there. This way it prioritizes the iron to me. Sweet. I think we will tape tomorrow. Not sure when. Alright, so this is running. We're at 3.4K. These are going pretty quickly. These guys are just processing everything really nicely. To be honest, all this seems to be running reasonably well. So what is going on now? I'm seeing hydrogen backlog again. Hydrogen backlog everywhere again. Hydrogen's full. This thing's running non-stop. So it can't run 2 gotta come up with a better solution for the hydrogen. And it needs to be right now. Okay, so let's use our tank. Boom. All the hydrogen goes in here for now. Okay. Then we have a non-return valve here. We're going to end up using a little bit more of this than I want. Yeah, that can go. Alright, so now we have this backlog. Now we have an overflow here and an overflow here that run into these guys. So now if this tank gets to 80%, it should burn it off. And 80% to 24,000 should make sure that these have plenty of room to run. Question is, can I do the exact same thing with the bloody oxygen? Probably. Is it necessary? I don't know. Just don't know. Now with this tank, is it even necessary to run to? Or can one keep up? Looks like one can easily keep up. Okay, we'll assume one can keep up like that. Which means maybe this is a better way? I don't know, we'll have to see. Alright, so how are we doing over here? Everything looks like it's running. How about you? How are you doing? Alright, I think we're going to turn one of these off. I just don't feel like we need all of that right now. Probably see, like, I want to carry around a stack of iron. The other thing I was thinking about doing was making it where I could feed coal and stuff in here, but I just don't think that that's or not coal, the coke pellets, charcoal pellets in up here, but I just don't know if I want to mess with that. Right, like it would be pretty easy to go like this, output, output. In theory. Like that, and that would side load, and you could do the same thing on this side. Side load your coke pellets in, so you just have to worry about one spot to feed the things. I just don't know if it's worth the resources right now to mess with it, because this is still another stopgap. Everything in this particular way of playing Factorio is a stopgap until you reach a certain point, and then it's another stopgap, and then another stopgap, and then another. I'm going to turn off the iron or the steel production here, and I think we're going to ramp up our iron. Do we have more crystallizers? We have 3 more crystallizers. This thing is not getting its water. I figured this would probably be fine. These are working non-stop, and these aren't working at all. Again, the damn hydrogen. Alright, different plan. The first 3 are going to put hydrogen in. Everything else after that is going to get eaten. Just different plan. Over it. Still, unfortunately, feel like I need the overflow valve, burn it off down here. It's probably not true, but I'd rather, there we go. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Make sure all this stuff keeps running. This is the lifeblood of the base. If this doesn't work, then we're screwed. Completely screwed. There we go. Now we're occasionally 5 deep. It is completely possible that we don't need to go quite so far. Like, it is possible that these could keep up. I just don't think it's necessarily true. How's power? Power looks surprisingly stable. Miraculously stable. I cannot believe it, actually. This thing's working in. Alright. looks like we're gonna have a thing. Awesome. So I have a guest for this week's Two Trolls, for those of you who are Two Trolls fans. Like all of one of you, probably. Look to my left. What are you doing here, bro? Is that what you wanted? You wanted? Oh. Is Iron Man? No, Iron Man's ding dong isn't in the frame. Here we go. Iron Man ding dong. Oh. That's all you wanted to see was the Iron Man ding dong. So good news, Travis. Hunter is going to join us on this week's show, I guess. I guess I should tell you. As the co-host, you have the privilege to get to know that, actually. Looks like we're out of gas over here. How about you? Yeah, Ling Ling. So you... come on. You... Whatever. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but he did pretty well in the Star City Open this weekend, and we're gonna let him talk about it. Give him some bragging rights. I figure we do it tomorrow, like usual. And I was gonna get your schedule. I was actually going to message you after the stream. It can't be tonight though, because I told the wife that so because she didn't murder me last night, that all day today would be for her until she went to bed. Until she went to the sleeps. Wait, is it not picking up this slot? It should be. Alright, it is. It's good. Sweet. I did not expect you here in the stream chat. That's awesome. Alright, so we souped up this process. How are we doing on... let's see, who commented? So, actually I wanted to talk about this. You have the day off and you're currently immobilized by back pain, so you have spare time. Nice! If you want to install a Discord app on your phone, we can, you can join the stream via Discord if you'd like. So something that I've seen a lot of lately on Facebook from various younger people I know is things I never learned in high school list. And it's full of a lot of weird things that I'm like, but we did that in high school. Remington is doing that in high school. So I thought I would talk about it for a minute and see if you guys kind of had the same situation. So, how to do taxes. When I went to school, there was literally a class. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Actually, it was like Kansas law or state law or something. Like I literally had it was a required class. No, maybe it was an elective. It might have been an elective. If I'm being, it may have been an elective. Okay, why are we having problems with oxygen over here? We're burning too much of the oxygen. Let's cut one of the oxygens. And let's do the same thing here. Let's just make the oxygen burn here newer. So anyway, literally in that, maybe it was checkbooking. There was a class. It may have been an elective, to be honest. But you basically went over how to balance a checkbook, how to do taxes, how you go to vote, all these things. So like, so here's the list. I'm just going to read the list of things that you never learned in high school that I see propagated all the time by people that are in this 20 to 25 range. How to do taxes, what taxes are, how to vote, how to write a resume or cover letter, anything to do with banking, how to apply for loans for college, how to buy a house or car. Right? And then they usually put out this straw man of, but I know how to use a Pythagorean theorem or some other like math related thing that they feel like they never use, right? So literally in Remington's English class this year, he literally had to fill out cover letters and resumes, and he had to literally file for student loans and grants. Like he literally had to write those two things in his English class. So that may be something that's changed in the last 5 years, but I don't think so. I feel like probably not. Didn't learn. Okay, City says didn't learn about buying a house or a car. Didn't learn about taxes. Didn't learn about student loans or grants. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this seems like it was at least an option for some people. I don't know if it's an option for everybody. I would not say that it was by any stretch of the imagination. Oh wait, I needed that there. I'm dumb. But I know that it's an option for some people. And it may have been a Kansas thing. Yeah. But Remington's English class is a required thing to do those things. And I remember, like, you had to take government or Constitution or this, or maybe you had to take Constitution and that. Yeah, and he's saying there was an elective class. And again, it could be a Kansas thing. But this person complaining about it went to Kansas schools. Like, she literally could have been in class with my son at one point. Alright, I'm going to turn this into this, and I'm going to turn this guy into this. Nope, I'm not shrinking. One into brown and one into... I'm gonna get a small percentage of this stuff coming in. I don't know. I feel like are kids these days really not able to do this? Are they so poorly prepared by the future? I also want to say, I remember when I went to do the taxes part of the class, being bored because I'd already filed taxes like a dozen times. Nah, probably not that many times. At least 5 or 6 times. Like, I had already had to do it as a young person. Like, I had already had a job and had to file my own taxes. These things are not going to come in so much that I just can't. Honestly, I don't know if I need 2 of these. What? No, no, stop, stop. We're not growing crap in my backpack. Maybe that's why you didn't remember learning it in high school, because you already learnt it. It's like Remington. Remington right now would like to have a job, but we are actually keeping him from being able to get a job because I want to make sure that he focuses on school for the rest of this year. I'm gonna make this a little loop right now. It's mostly with the idea that I don't want this to get stuck. Besides, it doesn't matter to file because TurboTax does that S for you too easily. That's not wrong at all. Did I not grab any fuel? Also, what is... I mean, duh. We know the answer. It's always iron. And probably iron in the form of arms right now. But... I'm like, why are we so paused again on science? Damn your science! I swear I've made way more arms than this. I also personally feel like the tax code is too complicated and you should be able to fill it out on the back of a card. But I know that this was options, at least for me. And Remington so far. For a lot of these things. Cover letters? Did everyone write cover letters? You know what else this is not going to work the way I want. Okay, let's put this guy right here. Let's set it for landfill. And then I actually need some more of these for me. so I went top. Guess we'll go gross. Go like that. I have so much extra resources I can just throw things away so they look better, but I'm gonna do it a little bit anyway. Alright. This thing needs a box. Perfect. My Discord, if you go to... I will actually put a link in just a second. I'm going to turn off the TeamSpeak. Nobody's on there anyway. And I'll just message it straight to you. I'll post it in the chat. So if you guys would like to join me on voice chat, you can do so. I believe this will work. And I will be down in the currently the Factorio voice channel. Ta-da! Discord.me/SamusGurobo. Alright. So how are things coming down here? No sludge, no sludge. But these two are working. So I need to get... I need more sludge coming in. Which means I need more... I need to prioritize this just a little bit more, I guess. So we're going to turn that off. This may have to move someplace else. I'm not sure where. Travis, I can also... I can text it to you. So you should just be able to click the link. Send a message. There you go. All I ask is, try not to drop too many F-bombs. Not too many F-bombs. Alright, these things are running non-stop again. Let's check out over here, make sure all these things are running. Those look good. Power looks okay. The last tit of that I have in there. I would like a little bit of this stuff coming in. I guess I need to not put it last on the list. Alright, we have electricity now. So we can get our boilers and our steam engines. However, I believe both of these require a ton of steel. Just a metric ton of steel. Which is so exciting. It's chiropractor day and I need it. Alright, I want to start looking at washing plant stuff. I'm not sure where to put it. But, oh, I guess we can't melt. Can we melt the slag, or melt it into slag yet? That's the real question. If we can't, then there's no reason to bother. None of my links work. That's weird. Let me make an incognito tab. Do this. Looks like it works to me. Here, let me... I'll send you one more here. Here's one I made just for you. Here's one more. Here's a special one. Hopefully that one will work for you. Alright, this doesn't matter yet. But we do have to do it. Shit. Oh, what am I doing? Stop it. I don't know if I need... How many of these we need. Yeah, this is open space right here we can use for this. Alright, so we turn the mud water into the water. That gives us some acidic water. And then from there, what's the next step? Do we need to store any of that? I don't know. We'll go like this for now. Which one do we need the bricks? We need the concentrated. So that'll make the clay. We still can't make bricks, right? So then that goes into there. Looks like it's having a fit with the landfill up here. That's not the right water in. Oh, here we go. Alright. Shit water in. Regular water in. Maybe we should put this on the other side then. Where'd my landfill go? I do want to make sure I have room for that. Alright, shit water in. I'll do... Hey, he's here. He made it.
Yeah, my phone just didn't want to cooperate.
What? Seems reasonable. there are some times I don't want to talk to you either. I can't imagine why your phone's like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Considering sometimes my phone just hangs up mid-conversation.
I mean, that too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, those are all things that have happened. Oh, God. Oh. Why did I not plan on this? Why am I so short-sighted? I don't want to have to move all this one more down. Guess I will, though. So welcome to the land of Factorio, the place where I do everything 14,000 bloody times before I figure out what the hell to do. It's great.
So, back to the whole, you know, school thing, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, all of that was, at least when I was in high school, was completely elective. You didn't have to take it, but it was there as an option.
Yeah. I remember most of that stuff happening as well. But I remember a lot of it not being as elective. Now, it might just be that my evil stepmother was like, you're taking these damn classes. I cannot tell you if I remember that correctly or not. Because my stepmother is
Devil.
is one of the people who made me the terrible monster I am today. But yeah, she's a little bit of a devil. So, I mean, I remember taking those classes. And then Remington is taking some stuff now. And, I'm like, aren't these things necessary? He's like, I don't know if they're necessary, but I'm taking them. So... I don't know. I don't expect other people to be as smart as my kid either, but... I think if you're going to complain about it, you should at least have some vague idea of what's an option and what's not. Like my niece, who was valedictorian of her school, was like, oh, I wish they would have taught this in school. I'm like, they did. I know they did. I 100% guarantee. But maybe not, because she also went to Solomon. And that is what Denari here is saying, that it wasn't an option for kids who went to Solomon. So, maybe they're correct. And maybe that's not an option for the Solomon kids. But I really feel like that's unlikely. Every time I went to Solomon's classes, I was always impressed. Because Remington went to Solomon for a while. I was always very impressed with their... We are not making those. With their class structure and schedule. At Solomon.
Yeah, I don't know. All I have is, you know, South High to go off of, and I remember taking all that stuff. Like, the only time I ever left South High was to go to a class that I had at Central.
Yeah, Remington has a class at South that he has to go to. Spanish, actually.
Really?
Yep.
That's stupid.
Well, it's because he was taking the college classes, it messed up his schedule. So he had to kind of be able to, oh my goodness. To take his college classes, he had to go to Spanish at the other school. And then now that he's done with his college classes, Tanya would really like him to go back because the Spanish teacher at Central apparently didn't teach him very much. So now he's kind of struggling with a Spanish teacher who actually wants to teach him Spanish. You know, it used to be a class that he could just, like, sleep through, and now he can't anymore. And,
does he have a...
it's a little tough.
Which teacher does he have?
I have no idea. I'm only so involved in my kid's school. Like, I don't know any of the teachers' names. I just know how well he's doing or not doing. Oh, this isn't going to work. Damn it. I feel like this is about 80% of me playing Factorio. Damn it, that's not going to work. That's not going to work either.
So why don't you just get better?
You know, it's kind of like magic, right? Why don't you just get better?
Well, I don't have that effect. I don't have that issue with magic. I'm just the best.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that about you. You're just like naturally the greatest.
Yep.
It's only I that is terrible. Speaking of, I assume you saw, because I mentioned this a couple of times, but Hunter took like second at that IQ. Little Leeling. That's why we're gonna have him on the show.
I mean, you said something. That's the only reason I know.
That's why I mentioned it again. Because I'm not sure what I say and what I think really loud. Often that is my problem.
What's the point of this game?
So depending on it's a base building game, and it's kind of problem solving in the sense that you got to set it up. But this is a fairly advanced scenario called Waterworld or Waterblock. It's kind of like Sky mode in Minecraft, or Skyblock in Minecraft, where everything comes from like one block of dirt and one tree. This is very similar. Everything basically comes from the water and a very small amount of starting resources. So the idea is to eventually build a rocket and get the hell off of this planet. Is the story mechanic behind it. In all actuality, you just build the base until you end up starting over. At least I do. I don't know about everybody else.
Why don't you just try and win?
Well, that's just it. I mean, I do typically end up building a rocket eventually. On most of my playthroughs, but I don't actually... It's not that important to me. To have a rocket on every single playthrough. Man, I wish these were slightly more... I guess I'll worry about power later. Let's deal with power in the future. Nope, not that. That one needed to stay. Okay. So, we're going to make mud in this water. We're dealing with this water here. That water is going into there. That goes into here. Also has an output of mud. Also has an output of mud. And then this one we actually want to do something with, right? This is the one we actually want to make bricks out of. Or clay out of. What is that made in? Here we go. It's also made in one of these. Holy shit, this thing's going to take up 1 million. Alright, this is not getting built here. That's way too much. That's way too large. This is going to have to go
Just
in.
Build more water. Build more land on the water.
Yes. I will. That'll be the plan. So that's actually one of the things that you do in this one. You can turn So, just to walk everyone through the process for people who are new, like Travis, in case we have some of you guys. So, these offshore pumps will pump water out of the ocean forever. Okay? And these offshore pumps can be put into an electrolyzer with a little bit of electricity cost, around 300 kilowatts. And that'll make 1 slag, 300 oxygen, and 400 hydrogen. So in this situation, we want the slag, right? And the other two products are essentially byproducts / waste products. We do use a little bit of oxygen and we do lose a little bit of hydrogen, but most of it is actually just getting destroyed.
Is that thing supposed to be on fire over there?
It is. It's literally destroying hydrogen right now.
Okay.
So then we take that slag and we crush it and we mix it in water, and that gives us a thing called mineralized water that we use to grow plants, that we turn into trees, that we turn into charcoal, that we turn into fuel pellets, as well as we can crush that slag into a thing called landfill, which is how we actually expand the base. So I guess this goes back in here. No, I don't think I want it to. But I need the landfill coming back in. And then we are gathering resources. Have you ever played like any of those resource gathering management-esque games?
Nope.
Like a StarCraft or a Warcraft or nothing like that?
Nope.
So generally what you do in a normal version of this game is you can just mine those out of the ground with a, it's called a miner, but it's basically the, a unit that takes energy to gather resources out of the ground. Whether that's the little Terran guy or whatever. And you can process that to build things. So in this case, we're crushing that slag that we get out of the water, and we're turning that into a slag slurry, and we're processing that into a thing that we can turn into a material that we can turn into iron. We have all these hoops to jump through to get enough resources to actually do something. It's a lot of fun, but it can be quite confusing.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen and get some food. It's about 20 feet away, so I'll be back in like 4 minutes.
Okay. Is that because you're back and you're still like broken all over the place?
Oh yeah.
It's nice. Alright, so we're gonna throw all that away. We're going to just chalk up that as a huge waste of time. We're going to grab a little bit of grass. We're going to be able to expand our grass patch right here, guys. Boom. Oh no, we put grass on top of this. No, we wasted the grass. Alright, that's fine. So, one of the things I think it's not really safe to do, but I think we're going to do it anyway, is we are going to upgrade our gun. Yeah, I don't want that here. Where do I want this? I want this gun out of the way forever. I don't necessarily want to waste resources by blowing it up now. And we don't have a junk box, although we probably should have a junk box. I guess we'll just make a junk box. Put this shitty gun in it. I don't want those 2 pipes in there. I want these in there for now too. Science. Alright, we're gonna go to war. A little bit here. I feel like we need this land now. What's the quickest path to that? Right about here. Oh, jeez. Can I build a... I could build a gun turret. I don't think it's going to do any good. You know what? Before we get killed, let's save. I'm a little concerned here, actually. Yep. Too many. Too many ouchies. Can we mine a fish? Here, little fishy. Yeah, that's not gonna get the job. Where did my fish go? Did I literally not just mine a fish? Or did mining the fish now just go straight into my health regeneration? Yeah, I'd like to kill that, but I just don't think we can. I think we're gonna have to wait, which means I can't. I don't know where I'm gonna build this. It's got to go over here somewhere. Is the thing. Oops. Yeah, I just don't know. How's our stones coming down here? Yep, lots of stones now. Alright, let's switch you to landfill. Which means this guy's on the decrease again. Can I go like that? Will that send half as much through? So 2/3 will still go this way? It kind of looks like it. So let's just use a fake tile to do that. Yeah, that'll help push more of that this way. So now why is this full? So what are you eating?
Girl Scout cookies.
Are they made with real Girl Scouts?
I doubt it because people don't taste as good as cookies.
It's probably true. Alright, so we'll just pick up this and we'll put it back down. We destroy all that pure water. That'll get this stuff all running again. Probably need an overflow valve somewhere in that setup as well. I'm just not sure where. Science probably needs some love. Yeah, we actually have abundance of iron for a change, and we actually might be a little bit short on copper. Wow, we actually are short on copper now. That is like a total shock to me. So what did you do to your back?
If I sleep for too long, or if I just lay down for too long, like approximately 12 hours, then I just get swelling in my back, specifically the part that I hurt when I fell off of a house.
Oh, is that okay. I was trying to figure out where that comment earlier came from of falling off the house.
Oh yeah, no, that was from like years ago, but it's still the only thing that really bothers me still. Don't know if you know this or not, your back is very important for living.
Let's not get carried away. Alright, what if I built this here? What if we built it like that? And then we can expand it that way as needed. That would be okay, maybe. Maybe I should plan on it being further down. Alright. I think this gives us a place to start. Unfortunately, because I was deeply stupid, I did not make a spot for the water to start, but I think we can adapt. Put down what you can put down. Bastards. I really would like to get at least some of this running so I can get a rough idea of how this is going to work. So why does this one not want to go down? Let's remove those from the blueprint. Oh, because that piece of dirt's missing right there. Oh, you need fuel. You're not doing anything. Still hurt fuel. Give me. It's weird. I want to talk to you about magic stuff, but I don't because I want to make sure we have plenty of things to talk about on the show.
How about we just talk about Savannah lions?
I mean, I suppose you could. Like that weird one that's growing a mane in the zoo. Did you see that?
I don't know. I'm just talking about the one that went from a rare to a pauper playable card now.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll definitely have to save stuff like that for the show, I think, but oh my goodness. Savannah Lions. There's already plenty of 2-1s if you want to play them.
Yeah, but now you can draft them. Again.
I guess that's true. Alright, so this is ready to run? It looks like it. So I put that there. What do you think about shit, I'm trying to pick one of the TV shows that's doing something kind of interesting.
Well, let me stop you now because I don't watch TV.
I know, but you do watch Netflix.
Well,
and that's what I was going to ask you about, because I do watch TV, but mostly I watch Netflix. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you about. What do you think about the reboot? Did you see that yet?
no. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Did you watch the cartoon when you were a kid, Reboot?
Nope. Never heard of it.
Really? Then you, my friend, are a very fortunate individual, I think. Reboot is was a cartoon, computer generated cartoon where the world was basically set inside of a computer, was the idea behind it. And it was basically the life inside your computer. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to sum it up. So like, son of a bitch. So like they had characters in it like Megabyte and Hexadecimal. It was great. It was really fun. Yeah, it was like Cartoon Tron kind of. I don't know. It was a really good and fun cartoon series. Again, for a completely animated cartoon series by computer, it was way ahead of its time. Like, we don't think of anything now of like, oh yeah, who cares, computer animated. Like, computers animate everything now. But back then, that was like a what? And a lot of people...
So like Transformers Beast Wars?
Nah, it was good. Like, I liked Beast Wars, but the animation quality on it was not as high.
Right.
Like, this was a very high animation quality.
Okay.
But it was also, like, the storyline on it was insanely good. I think that's the main thing about it. Is that it was... Oh, that doesn't work. I need that to go here then? Yeah. Like, the overall storyline was very, very, very good. And it was, I don't want to say adult in nature, but it was not, like, it handled a lot of really complicated and challenging mechanics. But it's a highly beloved series. So they're rebooting it, but they're rebooting it in a really different way. In fact, let me just grab the... here we go. So, reboot... videos, let me grab a... we're going to play this a little bit here. And pause this. Pause the music. Here we go.
I come from the net, through systems, peoples, and cities, to this place, mainframe. My format, Guardian, to mend and defend, to defend my newfound friends, their hopes and dreams, to defend them from their enemies.
Oh! No, I do remember this.
Yeah. So, like, the idea was, not only did you have, like, these viruses attacking, but you also had, like, they often went inside of a game. Like, a game would come in as this giant cube from the sky, like that right there.
They say
And,
the user lives outside the net and inputs games for pleasure. No one knows for sure, but I intend to find out.
And they would reboot to take on the avatars of the cartoons, right? Reboots. It's called Guardian Code. So this is the reboot of the show.
It's time to send humanity back to the Dark Ages.
Alan Turing High. Only the most tech progressive school in the city.
Nothing happens on the first day of school. This is my house now.
Am I happy to be here? We'll see.
From zero. Zero? I'm Austin. This is Parker. Trey.
I'm Tamara.
Whoa. Look at all this tech. Quick touch and stuff. I knew this school was gonna be cool, but this is incredible.
So naturally, you go to a weird place, you go stand on the thing.
Wait, who are you?
They call me Vera. I'm the virtual evolutionary recombinant.
She's an exchange student.
Zipworm! Frank Fist!
Oh, yeah.
Energy shurikens.
Firewall!
You must operate covertly and never reveal your guardian identities.
Whoops.
The Guardian Code will not stop me. Megabyte.
I reactivated you. I control you. Invade and infect.
It must be connected to the sorcerer. Purge the system, now. We need to stop that maniac before he starts the next world war.
Okay, guys. It's save the world time. No pressure.
Do the right thing.
You know what this means, right?
You are next generation guardians, the first humans to defend cyberspace.
It's okay. We got this.
Factor!
Gotcha.
It's gonna blow!
I'm ready.
I just feel like they're missing the key that made this show so special before. I know some of you are probably still watching it. Specifically Travis, who has to watch it and now also, like, he's got to deal with the time delay. Oh, I turn the music back on.
Oh, wait. Back to your stream chat. So, Tron? How long ago was that sent?
A little bit ago. But yeah, I mean, I mentioned it was basically cartoon Tron.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. Like, for the most part.
See, and then whenever I think of Tron, I just think of the stupid magic.
That's what the word Tron means to me, see? Assembling all these lands that screw people. Yeah, I think what we'll do is can we get away with putting a pole there and then here? Yeah, that'll look okay. Alright, that doesn't look completely stupid. And that's a pattern I'm willing to reproduce. Okay, but yeah, it was kind of like cartoon Tron. Like, the things are inside the computer, but the difference is that the original show, it was all about the art, the computers inside the computers doing stuff. Now it is even more Tron-like, where people are going inside of the computer. Right, and it also looks like there may be some sort of powers outside of the computer. I don't know. I'm willing to reproduce Samus Garofalo. Thank you, thank you. I hope someone grabs that as a Twitch screen or whatever. Speaking of, for those of you who missed it, go back and watch like the last 25 minutes of last night's stream. It's worth it. Clip it. Do it. I challenge ye. Alright, so now I want to make the clay bricks. I think I need to abort all of this stuff. To make the clips, there's a Twitch clips. Or is it called a snip? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember how you do it. It's not too hard. Shu could tell you. I don't do it often enough to know how to do anything. That's a fact, Jack. I have the feeling this probably missing these. Yeah, it's should be pretty easy. I don't know how to do it though. I've never needed to do it. All right, so how's our? I should probably just make that connect. How's our copper doing? Oh, excellent. We have lots of copper again. But last night there was about 15 minutes of pure gold. One of the viewers linked a Hawaiian chair, I think is what it's called, or maybe Hawaii chair. Came from Load Beef. It was absolutely hysterical. I went in, I checked out the Amazon reviews for this chair. So good, so funny. Whoever goes around and they write the Amazon reviews that are just absolutely hilarious should get medals. I think I was on the verge of peeing myself. That's how fucking funny they were. Alright, we need to be focusing on the washing. Even over the power stuff, I think. Alright, so let's take a look at how this works to make the bricks. Of course, it would come in like that. I need room for that to do its magic at some point. We'll need a water pump for another water line. We'll need underground. It's this one, right? Concentrated mud water. No, it's this one. Yeah. Concentrated mud water. Okay. Now we just need regular water. Kind of want to do something weird. What's up, Travis?
I just have to give a recipe to somebody at work because it's not there, and I'm the only one that makes it.
A pizza?
No, one of our sauces.
Seems odd that nobody else knows how to make this particular sauce but you.
Yeah, well, when management doesn't do their job or train anybody.
I think I just messed this all up, right? I did. I screwed it up real good. So I'd like to get this in such a place where I can just feed that straight over, but I don't think it's going to work. Alright, let's put it... Come on now. Nope, same spot. I just managed to waste resources. Yes, hero of the people. So that's got to go here. Alright, we're going to let that make a bunch of clay. I'm not sure where in this process you can... Let's just walk through the washing process for a quick second, shall we? Alright. So here's washing 2. Oh, it's not gonna...
Shit, Twitch, okay.
It's not gonna show me the... Come on.
No.
Some of this stuff gets really weird and complicated and hard to find. But we should be able to make pretty quickly. Should be able to make at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can. I assume it's still in here. Through the washing a particular unit that you could then melt down into a slag slurry. That was way more efficient than triple T than what it was to use the electrolyzers full time. Get this stuff out of my backpack. How we doing up here? We still have 14. I got another 50. I don't need 200.
I know you don't want to talk about this yet, but Relentless Rats just got spoiled as a common.
Well, that's great for my collection. See, it's stuff like this that makes me not want to talk to you. Hey, by the way, here's some great news. Your collection took it in a pooper again. Thanks, Travis. Ha ha ha, in the pooper. That'll be good, though. It's good that they get reprinted. Actually, it is actually really good that these things get a reprint. Alright, I think for now we're just going to put all this stuff in a box. Just make like a ton of it. So these guys keep running. Alright, Alright, what's next in this chain of crap over here?
Fuck you, phone.
Yeah, in your pooper. Alright, so that's thin mud water time. Anyway, I was trying to talk about the various things happening in show wise on like on Netflix. Is there anything exciting in your mind coming up?
Nope.
Nothing Netflix wise at all?
Nope.
Seems strange to me. Do you not watch any Netflix?
I haven't for a while. I mainly just keep Netflix on because my sister said that if I pay for Netflix, she'll pay my car insurance.
I mean, that seems like a pretty good deal, right?
Huh?
That seems like a pretty good deal for you.
Yeah, well, it's the same price.
Your car insurance is $8 or $9 a month?
It's $12 a month.
So it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Is it Node? What are these things called now? I thought it was like node handling. Part of the washing tree. I'm gonna find out he took it out, and I'm gonna be like completely lost. Oh no, I started watching this Altered Carbon on Netflix. It's pretty good. Might be up your alley. So in the future, science has reached the point where they can make a copy of your brain. And then they have passed a law where everybody has to put in a device that basically does this copying of your brain. And then if you die, they can upload it to a new body. So basically people who are criminals, it's called a stack. That's what it's called. So basically criminals get their jail time as they take your digital consciousness out of your body, put it on storage, and then they give somebody else your body. Is kind of the general concept of it.
Okay.
And the only way that you permanently die is if someone destroys your essentially brain hard drive, right? Your stack. Except for the ultra super mega rich. If you're rich enough, you can get wireless backups to an off-site location. So like for example, the main plot of the story is this super ultra mega rich guy has an attempted murder on him, and he has like a 24-hour backup, and he died like 20 minutes before his memory would have backed up. And he keeps his backup on a satellite, and it backs up automatically to the satellite. So he lost a day of his memory because they killed him before his backup, and then they tried to hack his backup server and kill him.
Oh.
So he wants to know who tried to kill him. So he basically has this guy who has a unique set of skills that was arrested, brought back to life to track down his killer.
Okay.
City says James Purefoy. I'm assuming that's the rich guy. And then he says someone watched it too. Oh, I watched it too. Yeah. I haven't. I'm only like 2 episodes in, but I do really like it. I think it's an interesting idea. I've got a unique set of skills, very similar to that. Yeah. But it's very much up your alley. It's quite messed up. It's not as messed up as The Magicians, which I highly recommend if you haven't been watching that.
Sure haven't.
And there's the first 2 seasons of that on Netflix. It is so good, Travis. It might be the best show on television. It legitimately might be the best show on television, The Magicians. Seriously, did they get rid of node handling? Is that what's going on? Can you no longer do this washing process to get materials?
I could give you an answer, but I really don't know.
That's a fair answer. I don't know.
I didn't say that. I said I don't know.
That's oh. You so funny. Alright, can I make all this now? I can, I believe. Okay. Oh, I bet you now you wash for geodes and you do everything through geode handling. Okay. That's fine. That's probably a reasonable way to deal with it. Okay. Alright, so now we need to make limestone from light mud water and sand from thin mud water. Limestone means we need at least probably 3 more of these. So we need some more stone bricks. So that's from this one, which means this one will be for here. So let's grab a little bit more dirt. How about movies? Is there anything you're excited for in the movie land?
Not until Infinity War comes out.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, because like the majority of movies to me are just reboots.
Oh, a lot of them are right now, but there we go. This is what I want. A lot of them are right now. I don't know about the majority, but
I mean, they all seem really similar, and it's just gotten really boring. I just do not feel like paying $8 to $15 to go see a movie.
what about Clint Eastwood's new movie?
Haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, it's not getting a lot of traction right now. Probably because it's considered right-wing. It's God, I'm gonna get the name wrong. Like 15-17 to Paris. Yeah, 15 to 17 to Paris. I'm gonna
Never heard of it.
throw the trailer up here real quick.
refill dispenser?
Alex, shut the heck up.
Once you begin to discover who you are, then you really realize how you have been given authority over your life. But you can only do that through the struggle of life. And most people avoid the struggle. Most people go through life avoiding pain. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place. You learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself to dig deeper. Something in you that you never activate is lying dormant in there. Don't try and take any shortcuts. Do what you know is right. We've been chosen for this great work.
I don't know, man. You ever just feel like life is just pushing us towards something? Like some greater purpose?
Yeah, give you another.
It's based off of that thing that happened like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, and the thing that is cool about it is that they legitimately have the
dudes.
Yeah, the dudes are in it. Which is actually, in my opinion, like very cool. Whenever you can get the actual people involved. I think limestone has to be like crushed or something, right? But yeah, that's a movie that I was gonna try to go see it this last weekend, but Tanya and I didn't make it. So I'm hoping that we can still catch it before it leaves. Alright, so obviously it's not this. What crushes this?
Use a hammer.
Lime. Let's just search for lime. Oh geez, it's got to go in a. I think I knew that. It's got to go in a blast furnace. Which is not good. It's not good at all.
Why not just put a furnace there?
Well, there's a special kind of furnace that it's got to go in, and it's a much larger furnace than what I want to deal with right now. So the game is basically grid-based, right? So instead of it being a 2x2, it is a 3x3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you son of a bitch. Take it. Take it. Okay. So how big is this blast furnace? Also, I think I have to feed it with freaking... not just power. I think it's got to be fed with something more than that.
Why can't your character swim?
So far, I just assume it's something they haven't decided to let my character do. Feels like communism to me too, my friend. We're gonna want this carbon dioxide at some point, but I'm not sure when. So let's just store it someplace. Do we have a big old storage tank yet? We can make a giant nipple. How much does it hold? 125k. Alright, giant nipple it is. Or boob. Sorry, giant boob. Oh, speaking of which, I actually need to start wrapping up here pretty quick because I have that doctor's appointment here pretty soon. Let's go grab what's left of this rock over here too.
Oh, so this Friday, actually, I get to start playing D&D again.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna be every other Friday that we have our groups.
That's good. What do you plan on playing?
So it started out as a monk, but we already had like a big damage dealer in the group, and I was just like, you know what? Okay, I'll do something else. Like, all right, what do you want to do? I was like, what are my limitations? And the DM, he's like, well, I like people to have fun, but I don't want it to be so stupid that I can't figure it out also. I was like, oh, okay. Can I be a druid that thinks he's a duck?
Is his name Kyler? Please tell me you named him Kyler.
Nope. It's gonna be even better. So while we were building it, I was like, you know what'd be even funnier than this? If he was a rogue that actually was a duck. And he's like, damn it. All right. Let me go into the extras, races and everything. And he's like, well, there's a bird person, so I guess you can do it. I was like, sweet. So I'm a bird rogue. And he's like, yep. All right, cool. I'm gonna name him Drake Mallard.
I don't know if it's better, but I'd take it. Like, that's not the worst.
Do you know who Drake Mallard is?
Like, is it a person? No.
No, it's a cartoon character.
Then still no. It does sound familiar, but I don't know.
All right, let me give you one of his quotes. You might be able to figure it out after the quote. Let's get dangerous.
Oh my god, it's the Darkwing Duck guy. That's his actual name, is Drake Mallard?
Yes.
How do I not know this? I love Darkwing Duck. How do I not know his name is Drake Mallard? I feel dumb now. Thin mud water. Oh, do I not need this?
So yeah, I'm a be that guy, and it's.
Do you have a cloak
really
of
weird
Monty
because I'm gonna
Block?
play him like Darkwing Duck, but I'm still gonna be a thief rogue.
That's fine. Did he give you a cloak of the Monty Block? Monty Block. Count. God damn it. I'm not gonna say these names.
He let me be proficient in the hand crossbow.
Okay. I feel like that's not unreasonable. What am I missing? Oh, regular water. Boop. Oh, I don't know. My favorite character still, even after all these years later, is still probably Crunk the Barbarian.
Is that one of yours?
It is one of mine. So basically, Crunk the Barbarian was in response to our friend, I don't know about our friend, but Wendell.
Definitely not our...
But, like, how do you define Wendell, right? Like, Wendell is... I think everybody has a Wendell.
Yeah, they do. Every nerd group has a Wendell.
Right.
And if you're part of a group and you don't know who your Wendell is, you're the Wendell.
Probably true. That's probably true. So anyway, it was in response to Wendell deciding that he could figure out every character basically ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember exactly how the challenge came up, but he's just like, oh, I can figure this out. Like, nobody can ever fool me. Oh, that's why, because it needs a 3. No one can ever fool me. I know all the things. And I'm just like, you don't know anything. I could make you cry with the deviousness of my brain. He's like, no, whatever. So I made Crunk the Barbarian. And Crunk the Barbarian was... Eventually, he turned into a Rage Mage.
Ooh.
I assume you're familiar with Rage Mage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so eventually he was a Rage Mage. I say
Is
eventually...
like 3.5?
Yes. So this was old school. This was back when the arena was still on at the old mall.
Yeah, yeah.
This was during the time that I set... So, to describe a Wendell, for those of you who don't know who the Wendell is. Wendell is an individual who I brought him my old shirts, right? Like dress shirts. He was complaining that he didn't have any nice shirts to wear. So I gave him a dozen or so nicer shirts, with the rule being that I got to burn his other shirt. Okay? I got to set his shirt on fire. We took that shirt out to the parking lot, set it on fire, and this polyester shirt burnt like a candle for about 20 minutes. Okay, so polyester, poof. It was so dirty and greasy that it took 20 minutes to burn away. I wish I was exaggerating, but I am not. It was disgusting. So that's a Wendell. Don't be a Wendell. Take a shower at least twice a week. I'm not even asking for every day. Most people, I think, ask for a shower every day. You can, as far as I'm concerned, at least once a week. That's all I need. That's all I need for me to not be gross.
I shower, like, definitely the days that I go play Magic after work, but my days off, if I'm not leaving the house, I'm not taking a shower.
That seems totally reasonable to me. However, if you are going to work, please take a shower.
Well, I take a shower after work.
Which is still fine. Take a shower after, before, during, whatever. I don't care. As a person who does not have a sense of smell, I did go through a stage in my life where I didn't get it. I still don't always get it. But I have people who tell me, hey, Sam, you're a little stinky. You need to go take a shower. I'm like, alright, thanks for letting me know. And then I go take a shower. Because that is what you do in civilized civilization. You take a shower. Wendells don't always take a shower. So, Wendell is one of those guys who... He's definitely on the spectrum. But if he was a little bit more together... Like, if he was, like, 20% more on the ball, he could be one of those guys that you're like, oh, yeah, he works for NASA.
Yeah.
But because he's not on the ball, you're like, oh yeah, it makes total sense that he's a screw up.
Yep.
All right. So Wendell's like, I can figure out any character ever. Challenge accepted. So I built Krunk. Krunk, like I said, was a barbarian rage mage at the end. But he actually started as a wizard barbarian. And the idea was... Can I not build this more efficiently? There was these items or spells called hurl weapon. Yeah. So you could like throw your you could hurl your weapon. And then you could do things like take oversized weapon fighting and throw like bigger weapons. You could do like enlarge person. So I ended up with Krunk. Krunk had about 8 classes, I think, because in 3.5, as long as you were within 3 of your highest class, the rest of the classes didn't count against you XP wise.
Yep.
Until you took a prestige classes didn't count against you, and if you had like a favored class based off of your race, it didn't count against you. So I was able to like take, I don't know, like 3 levels of wizard, 3 levels of barbarian, or 2 levels of barbarian. Like I was able to meet all the requirements. I had like a fighter level, I had a rogue level, I had I think a cleric level at one point. Like, I could do all these things, and I would speak words of orcish power, right? So that was like the code phrase that I would use for the DM to know that I was going to cast a spell. Wendell never got it, never once. Like, yeah, I'm gonna speak my words of orcish power and double my size. And he's like, okay, and I would just like apply the statistics for becoming an enlarged person.
Yeah.
And Wendell could just not get it. He's like, how are you doing? And I would spend like the first 3 turns of combat buffing myself. And then I would just like one-shot my way through the fight, you know?
Yeah.
Be like enlarged person and cast rage on myself. And then I would, you know, do all these things, and it was awesome. I loved it. He's by far one of my favorite characters. And when I figured out that I could do the Rage Mage and cast spells while raged, that was exactly the thing that I needed to like push that character over the top. Why is this not working? Oh, it is working. How come this one's still not doing anything? Let's turn this one off. I need these 2 to produce some. Yeah, these 2 have to continue to run though. This guy's gonna run occasionally. This guy's gonna run never. I need these 2 to run sometimes. I think we need to get the pumps running. Let's check on science and then we'll get out of here. But so Johnstone painted me that miniature for me. It's still one of the few miniatures that I actually have painted. He wore all purple, and his name was spoken with a backwards K. It was just one of those freaky things that like came together. Like the stars aligned perfectly to torture Wendell. I was like, oh yeah, it sucks that you don't know, man. Like, how could you... It's like, what are you doing? Do you have like a custom character? Nope.
All characters are custom.
We thought maybe that I worked with Johnny to like make a special thing.
Oh. Was Johnny the DM for that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is when things became... He got the nickname Adequate Chris.
Because all of his roles were like in the middle.
No, because whenever he acknowledged like you hit a monster or did something, he would say adequate. Adequate. And he speaks like in this weird octave, like not to trash talk my friend, but he has like a speech pattern that's a little bit weird. If you're not used to it or not expecting it. So yeah, he just was like adequate. Like, hey, does a 22 hit this monster? Adequate. Okay. So he became Adequate Chris. Alright, we have our bricks. Let's plan on making like the maximum of that many of those bricks for right now. These guys are running... These guys are all stopped. Why? Oh, we're low on power? No, this thing... Oh, that's a gas, not a liquid. Son of a beach. Got distracted. Hey, darling. What are you doing? Eating an apple? That sounds fudging delicious.
Remy just learned that people are idiots.
Remy just learned people are idiots?
I guess. Some guy had his turn signal on, so Remy somebody was turning, so he pulled out. I didn't actually turn. Remy had to like step on the gas to make sure they didn't hit him. Like, yeah, that's why I always make sure people are actually turning before I pull out in front of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't know how to use their turn signals correct. Alright guys, well I'm supposed to be at the chiropractor in 10 minutes, and I should probably put pants on.
No way.
So, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it. I feel like we got quite a bit done. It doesn't look like it in the grand scheme of things, but we got the washing set up to begin with here. We figured out how we need to actually proceed to use the washing to get moving. It looks like we need to do geode processing now. Washing for geodes and geode processing to actually get that done, which looks like it takes the heavy, which is the first one, and the rest of these are only really used to make the clay bricks. So we'll have to figure out exactly how we want to deal with that. But it should be pretty sweet. Yeah, I don't think we have that research yet to do that. Then we also have, you know, set up our basic stuff here to kind of work a little bit. Looks like Bobmonium is starting to come in now, very slowly, so that'll give us some tin. And then we need to do something to get the rubitite in, and that'll give us a little bit more solder coming in, and we'll be in a good spot there. So it's just a matter of getting things to grow. It looks like next time we're gonna have to work a little bit more on power, which we almost have the steam engines done. So what I'm gonna do real quick before I log off is I'm actually gonna throw some more iron in the steel press here. And then we'll get the power fixed. And then I think we'll be ready to start sorting. So that'll be sweet. Hopefully next time we'll get that figured out. I think Tuesday we're gonna, or not Tuesday, Wednesday we're going to do DDO like usual, and then Thursday I think we're gonna try to play Oxygen Not Included. But we're gonna have to see. I don't know. I still have a little bit of a problem playing that game because the escape key doesn't seem to want to work, and it's an escape key based game. So to like exit out of menus and stuff like that. But hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. And somewhere I need to figure out how to work in Final Fantasy Tactics, because I'd like to actually finish a playthrough on that game. And I got a couple other games in the works that people would like to have checked out as well. So, as always, thank you very much for hanging out. Travis, thanks for jumping on the TeamSpeak. If you like, or the Discord. If you guys would like to jump on the Discord sometime, discord.me/SamusGarobo. You can check out past videos on youtube.com/SamusGarobo. You can watch us live here on twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. And of course, you can follow at Twitter at twitter.com/SamusGarobo. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'll be back tonight around 10 o'clock. Toodles, mother truckers.
Okay, bye.